It's really bright in here.
I like it a lot.
So a couple days ago, I sent out this community post asking like questions for the Q&A that eventually led to today. Today was our destiny. So yeah, I guess I'm just gonna read it. No introduction is necessary, but I do have a special announcement coming at the end of the video. Do you want to work in the film industry when you're older? If so, what would you want to do? Direction, writing, cinematography, acting, etc. Yeah, I do. So I really want to do either directing or acting. I can't choose one. Both of them are incredible. I guess directing you have more freedom, but acting is also so much fun. I act all the time at home and just for fun. It's awesome. I do this play at school. Whenever there's a play, even if it's a stupid musical, I just love acting. It's so much fun. What would you rather? Would you rather only be able to watch movies you've already seen, or only be able to watch movies you haven't seen? Well, there are definitely movies that I really want to like rewatch. But I would have to go movies I haven't seen. And there's too many. Like I can't give up on all of those. I've been wanting to watch them for so long. I haven't got around to it. And there's so many. I have to stick with that. What movie made you cry the most? I don't normally cry and stuff because I'm a really deep and dark person inside, but probably the one that actually made me cry the most, and this may be a shocker because it's like really new. Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. I don't know. Just when everyone... Okay, this is actually a spoiler, so close your ears or skip ahead. I'll put a warning. But when everyone dies and like the cages all the animals, and then it just lingers on Rocket with the sad music. Oh my god, I got really emotional. I don't know if I actually cried, but I wanted to. And yeah, it was crazy. If you could see any movie in IMAX, which one would you pick? I would probably let's just go from 2023 releases because there's too many out of everything. The big competition for me is Oppenheimer, Mission Impossible, and Dune 2. But I would have to go Mission Impossible. I mean, I literally just finished rewatching Ghost Protocol. I'm watching them like backwards. So I watched Fallout first, then Rogue Nation, and now Ghost Protocol. I'm going to go into 3 soon. But I really, I mean, it's really hard. I guess I have to go with Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning Part 1. It's too good. I don't know. I just feel like Oppenheimer will be crazy, especially when the nuke actually goes off. But if I had to choose one, I would probably say Mission Impossible. Just too many stunts. What TV shows do you despise with a passion? I haven't seen as many TV shows as I have movies, so I don't really despise any TV shows with a passion. What's your favorite format to watch a movie in? IMAX, Dolby, 4DX, etc. Dolby is incredible. And 4DX is also good, but IMAX, I just have to go IMAX. It's too cool. Even the intro for IMAX, I'm like, oh my god, this is gonna be special, even if it's not. So, that's cool. If you could meet one actor, who would it be? Oh shoot, there's too many. I know everyone is gonna say there's too many. I know it's just generic, but I mean, I'm not lying. Like there's so many that come to my mind. Okay. This is going to be a shocker to everyone. I promise, like everyone, even the people in my family. Gaten Matarazzo. I have to meet him. But then if you were talking like the more famous actors, geez, it's getting really bright. I would have to say it's between Brad Pitt, Leonardo DiCaprio, and Matt Damon. But I would probably want to... Oh, that's really hard. I feel like if I meet any of them, they're going to be like, oh, stupid 10-year-old. But I would still have to go Matt Damon. I think he would be the nicest. That's not bashing any of them. I think they're all nice. But I would probably say Matt Damon. I don't know. He would be more comforting to meet. I don't know. What are your favorite TV shows? Oh, that's a good question. Stranger Things is my number one. Actually, I have a thing, like a Notion page on this, but I'm not going to do that. But yeah, so I have, so Stranger Things is my number one, I think. Only Murders in the Building is my number 2. Hold on, I'm going to turn the brightness down. I think this is actually getting ridiculous. That's better. So 2, Only Murders in the Building. Such an underrated show. That show is so good. What else? There's Ted Lasso. Jesus Christ, how did I forget that? Ted Lasso. So good. That's my number 3 probably. But it's close to number 2, but I don't think anything will dethrone Stranger Things. But number 4 is probably... that's actually tough. I would have to go like Sherlock BBC. That thing's really good. Daredevil, The Good Place, really good. I haven't finished Daredevil, but so far it's been fantastic. The Mandalorian, Loki, amazing. The Simpsons, so many. SpongeBob SquarePants, how could I forget that? That's like incredible. So many. So good. What are some underrated movies? Examples for me are The Tender Mercies and The Majestic. I don't know. I would have to look at my letterbox for that. So, just off the top of my head, this isn't going to be fully accurate, but I don't want to do anything else and cheat. I would have to go Mission Impossible Rogue Nation. I think that movie's actually the second best of the franchise, and it's better than Ghost Protocol. But I used to think that, like, passionately, and I don't even know if that's a real word, but I literally rewatched Ghost Protocol like 5 minutes ago, or like right before I started recording. So now it's really, really close. I think I really liked Ghost Protocol even more now. I went from like a 4 out of 5 to a 4.5 out of 5, but so I just think Rogue Nation is the most underrated mission movie. There are others too. There's Man of Steel is incredible, and it gets so much flack. The Flash is also incredible. Like, I don't know why it's bombing so much. I mean, I get Ezra Miller, I get the DCEU is over, and that's a good thing, but just watch movies for what they are, guys. Like The Flash. It's incredible. Like, I mean, it's coming to streaming July 18th, but, like, you still have time. Go support it. Maybe it can get a little bit of a height in, I don't know, maybe not. I don't care. It probably won't. Arrival is incredible. I know it's, like, still, it's not, it's still loved by everyone, but I think it's fantastic. Back to the Future number 2 is great. I watch it all the time. I used to watch Back to the Future and Back to the Future 2 back to back every day. Like, I'm not even joking. I would ask my dad, like, and I would have to, like, negotiate. Then I would watch it, and it would be the best time of my life. And I used to actually think Back to the Future 2 is better. I know. I don't. I think Back to the Future is much better. But Back to the Future 2 is still incredible. This is off the top of my head. So I'm missing a lot. So check out my letterbox that I can't use until I'm 18. But that's another announcement, guys. I can use Letterboxd again when I'm 18. That's 8 years from now. Good movies with bad music. That's hard. So I would say this. I was gonna say something, but I realized like the score is actually good. I really have to think about that. Ooh. Wow. Okay, so here's the deal, Skylar. I'm going to reply to you later because I can't think of an answer now, but I promise I'm going to reply to you like after I've thought about it more. I just can't answer it in this video. Good movies on the tomato meter, but you hate. I don't know if that's a thing, really, but I would probably say Megan is a bit too high. I actually watched it yesterday. It's a bit too high, but still, it's underrated. That's another question from the other one. It's underrated in my opinion. What else? I don't think I actually hate anything. That's actually really hard. So I'm gonna reply to you after for the first few questions. Let's see if number 3 is as hard. Bad movies on the tomato meter. The heck? Bad movies on the tomato meter, but you like. Okay. I don't. The Wandering Earth has a 70%. I don't hate it, but I also think it's kind of meh. So there's one for you. I really don't know. Wow. This is hard. Okay, I'm gonna think of some more, and then I'm also gonna reply to you again. Bad movies on the tomato meter, but you like. The Flash isn't bad, but I would rate it significantly higher than a 64%. Oh yeah, Back to the Future Part 2. I mean, it's not, again, these aren't bad. They're just like they're just lower than I would expect and also I would want. So, yeah, there's that. What else? I have to look on the tomato meter. I know this is kind of cheating, but let's see. Let's just go from 2023 releases. Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny is actually good. On the tomato meter is 69%. I mean, that's not a good number, but it's a good score. So I didn't like it at all. So I guess I didn't hate it, but I didn't like it. This is hard. Shoot. Yeah. Mona, Black Mirror. This is really hard. So I mean, I guess, yeah, Indiana, those things that I mentioned, and I'm gonna reply to you for the first. I'm just gonna talk to you in person because I want to discuss this. What movie has the best soundtrack? There's so many: Jurassic Park, E.T., Star Wars, Superman. Do you know what those all have in common? Yeah. Jaws. I was gonna rewatch Jaws today because it's July 4th, but I don't know. I might actually, but I'm planning to rewatch Prisoners with my dad. So, because he hasn't seen it in a long time. Why am I talking about this? Yeah, okay. Inception. That's probably my number one. But Lord of the Rings, incredible. So many. I can go on for days. I made a top 100 scores from movies. Indiana Jones is on that list. Like, Only Murders in the Building, Stranger Things, so many. Sherlock, oh my God. I should just really stop. Okay, this is a disease that I won't be able to stop, so I'm just moving on to the next question. Are there any movies you don't like? Yeah, obviously. There's a lot. I mean, even on my channel, like half the movies I don't like. Maybe a quarter of the movies. But check out my letterbox for the movies rated like 2.5 to all the low stuff. I don't like a lot of movies. The weirdest movies you watched ever. Okay. I feel like there are a lot of movies that I know are weird, so I'm avoiding them. So it's hard for me to pick weirdest movie I've watched ever. But there are like a couple of scenes from movies that are really weird, but they're not actual movies. So I don't know. When are you gonna release? Today. Yo, 101 subs. Okay. Overrated movies. Man, that is hard. Okay, I would probably say Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny. I think because now I feel like everyone is saying it's underrated, so now it's overrated. So that I don't know if that makes sense. It probably does. I copy every other YouTuber saying. I don't know if that makes sense. What else? Let's see. Okay. Hear me out. I think Predator, the original one, is just a little overrated. Slightly. I still think it's a great movie, but it's a little overrated. You know, Sean Chandler having it as his 17th favorite movie of all time, like, no way. Sorry, but no way. It's great, but like it's nowhere near the best movies ever made. Avatar: The Way of Water isn't overrated, like I said, but I'm in the middle of watching it. I think it's great, but like, you know, Zach Pope gave it 5 stars. It's in his like top 10 or something of all time. So like that's not for me. But I still think it's a great movie. I think it's really, really enjoyable. And that opinion will probably completely change after I rewatch it because I'm literally in the middle of watching it right now. But yeah, those are a couple. There are a couple other ones. I mean, I can go on for a long time. I just can't remember all of them off the top of my head. So, yeah, you can look at some of the average ratings of some of the movies. We'll get back. Yeah, average ratings of some of the movies on Letterboxd and check my ratings. Is that it? Wow. Okay, that's it. All right. That was fun. I'm definitely doing more Q&As in the future. That was really fun. Y'all ask really hard questions, so it's interesting to see because some of these questions I didn't even know the answer to, so I had to think about them. And okay, big announcement I was gonna share with you. I am going to see what it's like to do scores in star ratings. So I know, okay, yeah. So I still really like using scores like actual numbers out of 100, but I feel like as of late, it's getting a bit too annoying trying to find the difference between all of the numbers. Like, I was thinking about it yesterday with Megan. Like, I was trying to think oh, which score should I go? This is just to give you a little bit of the range that I'm going in. Oh, should I do 60%, 57%? Should I do 61%, 64%, 68%? 67. No, that's good. 670? Maybe it's underrated. Maybe I go 80%. I don't know. That was really hard, and it was getting kind of annoying versus when I can just say okay, Megan, 3.5 stars. Spoilers, but I gave it 3.5 stars. It was just, I feel like that's just a bit more. I feel like I just like it a bit more, but if it becomes if it's if I keep doing it and I realize that there's no variety, then I'm just okay, I'm gonna go back to scores. But I'm just gonna try doing that for now. I'm just trying, and if it doesn't work out, I'm going back. So that's kind of it for this Q&A. Again, definitely doing more in the future, but until next time, see you soon. Wait, that didn't make any sense.